We just want to acknowledge for the record the 43572 notices that were sent out and return receipts were handed by the applicant to the clerk.
Thank you.
If you would like to see some copies, we would.
I have a couple copies.
I guess I'll put one facing this way if you want. There's this one going this way. Want to see this?
I think we will.
For the record, Ralph Fusillo, manager of Pine Lake Properties. A little history about the property, as was mentioned by the planning board's note. Due to the multi-zoned things there, gives us some as-of-right uses that we've talked about probably for the last 10 years. One of them that we came up with, and just so you know that we're not kidding you, was a strip center that by right we can put in there is the first 150. And then we were talking about through the years of maybe some housing for either Briarcliff or the hospital, some form of housing, bring the sewer over and direct it. This is the old homestead of our family. So we're trying to do what's right by the village and do something with the property better than it is now.
You know, real quick. My dad worked for Fusillo Oil, and they used to park the oil trucks on the property.
It was the old oil office up
From
front.
50 odd years ago, so it has been used for industrial uses over the years.
And yeah, and the corner piece also had trucks on it. And
Yeah.
on the other side of the railroad tracks had trucks on it. Matter of fact, there was an oil terminal, there were tanks in the back, just south of the railroad tracks. So one thing that came back as a benign use was self-storage. And after talking about it extensively with the village and people, it just seemed like a way to go. So we came up with some preliminary designs, keeping the house there, even though financially a little bit, it'd probably be better to knock it down and sort of keep everything generic, but keeping the house there, we understand this way, when you make the turn off at Division, the first thing you're looking at is a house, and due to the topography of the land, everything sort of slopes. It's about 10 feet or 12 feet from River Avenue to the back of the property on the topo of the property, so you can sort of nestle some things in the back there, and all lighting and everything would be low level. So initial designs, right now this is a preliminary layout that was done by one of the manufacturers that seems to make sense, that we're going to slowly go develop if this goes through with planning, is to sort of have the perimeter in buildings, have trees. We have an emergency exit on Morrison Place. We purposely kept the buffering as you're pulling in and out, to be very conscious of people walking on the sidewalks. If there was any issues, make sure there's plenty of line of sight. The good thing is, as we all know, and I have some statistics here, self-storage facilities do not generate a lot of traffic. Generally, people are visiting them once a month. Now and then you'll have once a week, depending on what's going on, or every 6 months, because once it's in there, they're in there. And with
Out of sight, out of mind.
basically, and think there's a need for it in the village with the apartments and people downsizing, and we think there's going to be a need for it. That'll be a successful plan. Other than the one on Waverly Avenue right now, I believe you have to go out to Bayport or up on Sunrise. We're trying to keep this just tight, a nice little storage facility. It'll have security, it'll have gates. The idea with the house is to have a manager in there, And then upstairs there, maybe even make a manager's apartment, so someone would be on premises for security there. It's not gonna be a 24-hour operation, or as of now, we don't plan on ever doing that. And that's it.
Do you plan on renting trucks or trailers or anything like that too, or just strictly storage?
As of now, no. I mean, with any business plan, and as we're going through the preliminary plans here, you talk to more and more people, what's going on. You do see someone now and then set up a U-Haul or something like that going out of there. As of now, the initial business plan is no. And even at that though, when I went to all these facilities, it's basically, they have them there for convenience. They're renting out a truck, people do it themselves, that's why they go into storage facilities. Rent the truck, go to their house, load it up, bring it back. It's a one-day thing, and then they leave it, they're in their cars.
Questions by the board? Any comment, questions by the public?